Welcome to this easy Spreadsheets for Life video tutorial. In this video, I will explain everything you need to know to get started with your new Mood Tracker spreadsheet. First, we'll start here with the Instructions tab. At the top, there are links for contacting us, the Frequently Asked Questions page on our website, the Tips and Tricks page also on our site, and then a link to this instructional video. Below the buttons is an important Read First section. We highly recommend making a copy of your spreadsheet before you enter any data. This will give you an unused original version that you can copy from if you ever happen to delete or break any formulas. If you don't make a copy, or perhaps you can't find the copy you made, you can always go back to your Etsy account and download the file again. As we scroll down, you'll find basic instructions on how to get started with your spreadsheet. If you're familiar with Google Sheets and you feel comfortable jumping right in, then this page is probably all you'll need to get up and running. All right, next is the Categories tab. This is where you can review the category structure and icons used in the monthly tabs. As you fill out your tracker from day to day, you will choose from these selections to determine several variables so you can start to identify mood patterns. The more accurate you can be in your tracking, the better you can connect external variables with your daily moods. Okay, so we're going to skip the dashboard for now and move on to one of the monthly tabs. You can start on any month you choose, but for this example, I will choose January. Okay, the first thing that I want to bring to your attention is that throughout your spreadsheet, you will find that some cells have like a colored background, and then some have just a plain white background. The colored cells have formulas or text already in them and should not be edited. The white cells are where you will make your entries. But don't worry about accidentally deleting or editing a formula cell because the spreadsheets are protected. And if you type into a colored cell, you will see a warning message that will either allow you to back out or move forward with editing the cell. So for example, if I typed a 5 here, I would get this warning message. I could either cancel it and not go forward with the change or click OK, and that would make the change. So I'm just going to hit cancel. Now in each monthly tab, you will make 5 separate selections from this top section for every date. Simply find the current date and then move through each selection vertically. Just click the down arrow to see your options. And then you will choose your prevalent mood for the day, as well as the amount of sleep you had gotten the night before, the type of weather for the day, the level of energy you had, and then lastly, your stress level. So I'm going to fill out the entire month so we have some data to work with and you can get a good idea how it all comes together. So the entries you make will generate this area graph up here at the top, so you can see the progression of your moods over the month. Now I just want to point out one glitch in Google Sheets. If you reduce the view, as you can tell I've reduced it up here to 75% so we can see more of the spreadsheet on my screen. If you reduce it, Google Sheets for some reason reduces the graph a little too much so it doesn't perfectly align with the table below it. So if I select 100%, then we can see that it aligns the way it should. So just something to keep in mind if you prefer to change the viewing size. If it looks a little wonky, it's not your computer or anything you're doing wrong. It's just a little glitch in Google Sheets. But you can always click on the graph and see the date. So the date is here, that 29th, and then the 4, that just represents your mood. The higher the number, the better your mood is. All right, so once you've made your entries for the day, you would scroll down to these date tables and find the current date. So let's just say we're still on the 1st. And here you'll see the icons that you selected above for that date. And then you can write a short journal entry, just summing up your day, maybe how your mood reflected your experiences throughout the day. This will give you even more information to identify various mood patterns. So, for example, I could type in, today I wrote down my New Year plan and goals, and I'm excited about the things I'm going to accomplish this year. Then below the journal entry, you can list your top 3 for daily gratitude and highlights. So for gratitude, I'm going to write the vacation I went on, let's see, my friends, and let's see, possibilities for the new year. And then in highlights, I could write, maybe today I had lunch with Becky, and then maybe I watched a funny movie, and then I organized the kitchen. So these little details will help you keep things in perspective as you reflect on the good things in your life that you can be grateful for and meditate on. Now, once you've completed all of your entries for the entire month, you can scroll down to the overview section. And this is where you can reflect on the month as a whole, its highs and lows, what went well, what didn't, and also set some goals for the next month. So for what went well, I could click in this box and let's say I would type, I started the new year right by, let's see, joining a gym and building good habits. Okay, and then what to improve, let's say I need to be more consistent with practicing my new habits. Then below that, you could add even more details, such as your achievements for the month, any challenges or lessons you learned, what you're grateful for the month, and then here on the bottom, what you need to start doing next month, what you need to stop doing, and then what you should keep doing. And then this last box is just a small space to set a new focus for the next month. So this overview section can really help you zoom out from the daily entries and start identifying some patterns, as well as helping you focus on the successes you can celebrate, as well as the challenges that you overcame. And setting goals will set you up to be intentional with your future decisions and actions, and then help you become your better self. All of the monthly tabs are set up exactly the same, so this process really takes very little time out of your day, but it can help you achieve some powerful results if you're consistent. Now, I have already entered data for the rest of the months, so you can really see how the dashboard pulls everything together. So let's go there now. Now the dashboard is completely automated except for the year. So you would just enter the current year up here in the top left corner, and that will generate the calendar. At the top, you'll see some running totals and percentages, and then just below that, you can review your moods in calendar form. Then scrolling down a little bit more, you'll find some very helpful stats. This first table calculates running totals for each category. And next to that, you'll see the top 25 matches between moods and one other category. So, for example, here we see that the most frequent match was a best mood with 8 hours of sleep. So these tables over here break down moods with each category. And here we see that a best mood was selected with 8 hours 84 times during the year. So the dashboard really gives you a big picture view that helps you identify the circumstances that trigger certain moods. And with this information, you can become more intentional about setting up your day in order to regulate and improve your daily moods. All right, and that is the end of our tutorial. If you still have any questions, you can always go back to the Instructions tab and choose one of the links at the top. There are a few different ways you can find additional support, including the FAQ page and the tips and tricks page on our website, as well as contacting us directly through our Etsy shop. Thank you again for choosing Easy Spreadsheets for Life, and I wish you all the best in your personal goals.